Welcome. My name is Amy, and I will be your personal guide as together we explore strategies to improve your skills to make you a more effective leader. You've taken an important step in enhancing and expanding your ability to interact with others in a meaningful and impactful manner, and I want you to get everything you can out of this training. This training is designed so that you can take it at your own pace. Take your time, do the activities to ensure you will be able to put your new learning into practice. Learning alone will not make you successful. You must take action. It is only through the application of our knowledge that we can truly shine. And I know you can shine. We're in this journey together. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time with your questions or comments. I'm here for you. Now, before we get started, make sure you've printed off your training guide. This will help you capture all the key information you will need to put your learning into practice. I know, it may seem old school, but some of the latest research shows that writing out notes is the most effective way for adults to learn. So if you haven't printed out your guide yet, hit that pause button and go do that right now. All ready? Excellent. It's my pleasure to be your guide through this training. Let's begin. Do your values make you valuable? When you think about your personal values, most people reflect on their ideal self and the characteristics that are most important to them. Common personal values include trustworthiness, dependability, and generosity. These are values that represent the person we are or are striving to be. Company values are a little bit different. Why are company values important? Yes, company values should reflect the image of the company, what it has or what it's striving to be, but they are also the guiding force for decision making. When companies are making policy decisions, partnership decisions, or setting strategic goals, they use their company values as an indicator to determine if this is the best decision for the company as a whole. This is why company values are so important. They provide direction for goals and decisions. For these values to effectively serve their purpose, each one must be clearly defined in its intention. It is not unusual for people to have various understandings of the same word or to judge a word on a continuum. Values must have a shared meaning within the company. That means that you can't just put a word out there and say, it's a value. You must have a detailed definition of what that value means, the intentions behind it, and a clear view of how that value plays out in decisions and actions. Company values are a crucial component of your organizational culture. While these values provide direction for the company, they also provide a standard of behavior for your employees. The better defined your company values are, the clearer you can be regarding what is acceptable and accepted employee behavior. Desired culture can be a difficult thing for some companies to articulate. Values are one way to start that conversation. What makes an employee valuable? Of course, you expect employees to complete their work in the proper way and in the designated time. But what is it that moves an employee up to the level where you recognize the value they bring to the company? What makes them valuable rather than just effective? It all comes back to values. Employees who understand and demonstrate the company values are the ones that push your company culture forward. They're the ones that set the example and influence others to embrace the company culture and its values. By living the company values, employees project the desired company image to those internal and external to the company. Not only is the work of the company being done, but employees enhance the company image. This is what tips the scales from a good employee to a valuable employee. Value-based recognition. To bring the importance of the company values to life, consider using values as your foundation for recognition and awards. Instead of having a recognition system based solely on performance achievements, have some that relate to the achievement of company values. Use the definitions of your company values to create the description and criteria of the awards. If innovation is a company value, have awards based around creativity and ingenuity. Think about the organizational structure of your company and make sure there are opportunities for recognition at all levels. Innovation can take place at any level, but if you only award those at a certain level, you are discouraging this value from the others. If teamwork is a company value, have awards based around collaboration and cooperation. In the case of teamwork, these should be team awards. Depending upon the nature of your business, they may also include people from businesses with whom you have an active and meaningful partnership. Putting it all together. Thoughtful, well-implemented values can serve as a foundation for positive and high-performing culture where employees feel that they are valuable members of the team. The more valuable the employee feels, the more they will strive to maintain this feeling. Values serve as the glue that holds everything together. While everything else within a company may shift and change over time, the values are the one thing that should remain constant. Values are the North Star that give both the company and the employees direction. As employees follow that direction, they increase the value of themselves and the company as the whole, making them valuable. A valuable story. Well, understanding company values and living those values will make you valuable in the eyes of the company. It is important to make sure that you are at a company with the same values as you. When you can find value alignment, this is where you will be most successful. There's a great story that highlights the need for knowing your own value. I don't know the author, but it goes something like this. Before dying, an elderly father prepared to give a family heirloom to his son. He said, "This is your grandfather's watch, and it's a couple of 100 years old. But before I give it to you, please go to the watch shop and see how much they will offer you." The son went and came back and said the watchmaker offered $6 because it's old. The father said, "Go to the pawn shop." The son went and then came back and said, they offered $3. The father said, "Go to the museum and show them that watch." The son went and then came back and said to the father, "They offered me $1 million. The father said, "I wanted to let you know that the right place values you in the right way. Don't find yourself in the wrong place and get angry if you are not valued. Those that know your value are those who appreciate you. Don't stay in a place where nobody sees your value. Never doubt and always believe in yourself by knowing your worth and that there are those who clearly appreciate these values." Your choice. What are your personal values and how do these direct your values as a leader? You can't define your leadership purpose or vision without having a firm grasp on your leadership values. What is it you stand for and what are the things that you will not compromise on? Write these down. Think about your company values and what they are and how they align with your style of leadership. When you have alignment, living your values is also living the values of the company. It allows you to model these values to everyone both inside and outside the company. This makes you a valuable ambassador for the company. Identify some of the specific ways that you demonstrate these values. Write those down. What structures and processes do you have in place that encourage employees to identify and integrate these same values into their work? How can you provide more opportunities for your employees to show that they are valuable? Take your time. Work through the process to find alignment between your leadership values and the company values. Identify ways to demonstrate these values, and the company will see you as a more valuable leader. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to let me guide you through this training. I hope you found it useful, and I really hope that you stick to your plan and start taking small steps to understanding your values and what makes you valuable.